I only noticed the pillow because it never warmed up. The sheets held the shape of my body. The mattress softened under me, but the pillow stayed cool. Not just cool cold, like it had just been brought in from outside. The first night, I figured I was imagining it. The second, I flipped it halfway through my sleep, thinking maybe the air was leaking in through the window. By the third, I'd started waking up at the same time. 4:03 a.m., not in a panic, not from a noise, just awake, blinking, listening to a silence I couldn't explain. I never remembered my dreams before moving in. Now, every morning, they arrived with precision, and they weren't mine, always the same hallway. Green walls, yellow tile. Always the same man, mid-30s, thinning hair, a navy sweater with one elbow worn through. He never saw me, but I followed him. Down that corridor, room to room, never speaking, just watching him do things that felt too real to be fiction. Once he shaved his face, slowly, carefully. Another time, he burned a letter, sat by the oven and dropped it in piece by piece, like feeding a secret to a fire that wouldn't tell. I woke up sweating, but the pillow, still cold, still shaped like someone else had slept there first. I thought about switching it out, buying a new one, but part of me didn't want to, because the dreams weren't scary. They were sad, heavy, like I was walking through the last pieces of someone who hadn't finished something. And I kept thinking, if I leave the pillow alone, maybe I'll find out what it was. The fifth night was different. I didn't just see him, I became him. Same hallway. But this time I felt the weight in his knees, the stiffness in his neck, the scrape of a chipped tile beneath bare feet. He walked into a room I didn't recognize, except it matched my own layout. Same window, same curtain, same uneven floorboard by the bathroom door, except everything in it felt heavier, slower, as if the air had thickened. He sat on the edge of the bed, and I felt it too, the creak, the tension in his spine. He looked at the pillow, the same one, same stitching, same cold dip in the center. But this time, I knew what he was thinking. He was afraid to lie down, afraid of the dreams, of me. I woke up with the taste of his toothpaste in my mouth. I don't even use that brand. I stared at the ceiling for a long time. Then I checked my trash can. At the bottom, a crumpled receipt for that exact toothpaste, dated 2 days before I moved in. I hadn't bought it, but the receipt was in my handwriting. I couldn't explain that. The next night, I tried sleeping without the pillow, just folded a sweatshirt. Nothing came. No dreams, no memory, just black, like someone turned the channel off. I lasted 2 nights before putting it back, and when I did, he returned. But now he was looking at the mirror. He placed his hand on the glass, and when the condensation cleared, I saw my reflection blinking back from his eyes. And that's when I realized something impossible. The man had never looked at me, because he'd always been looking through me. I woke up with a bruise I couldn't place, faint, just above the elbow, like someone had grabbed me mid-fall. It wasn't painful. It felt old, like something fading that shouldn't be there in the first place. The dreams had changed again. I no longer followed him. I was him. But more than that, I knew things I shouldn't. A locker code, a cat's name, the exact sound a radiator makes before it leaks. I started checking things when I woke up. Details. Objects. I found the cat bowl first, under the sink. Dusty, but there. Then a key taped under the drawer, rusted with time. Then a note, folded, yellowed, stuck behind the fridge like it had been there for years. It read, "I can't keep remembering if you won't forget." I don't know who wrote it, but the handwriting matched the receipt, matched my dream, matched mine. I stopped going outside. Time felt off. I'd blink, and the shadows would shift more than they should. One afternoon, I sat down to write the dream out, and came to an hour later, notebook filled with pages of things I didn't recall. Lists, conversations, names, all written in a voice that felt close, but not quite mine. I flipped to the last page. There was a sketch of the man's face, or maybe mine. Hard to tell now. I avoided the mirror. That night, I set up my phone to record myself sleeping. No filter, just video. 8 hours. The next morning, I watched it. I never moved. Not once. But at 4:03 a.m., the pillow rose. Slowly, like something exhaled beneath it. I checked the footage 3 times, frame by frame. And for a single second, just one, there was an impression of a face. Not mine, not quite his, but something in between. I stopped recording after the 3rd night. The footage never changed. I never moved. But the pillow always did. Always at 4:03 a.m. Always that faint rise, like someone else remembering how to breathe. I tried staying awake, but the harder I fought, the heavier my eyes became. Like the dreams were pulling me back on purpose, not to show me something, to keep me. I started waking up with more than bruises. Tiny burns on my fingers, a scar across my ankle I didn't recognize. Once, a name written in soap across the bathroom mirror. Aiden. I don't know who that is, but the handwriting was mine. I tore the pillow open that night. Just fabric and fill. Nothing hidden, but it stayed cold. No matter what, I tried burning it. The flame wouldn't catch. Water didn't soak it. The pillow refused, like it wasn't done. And then I dreamed again. But this time, I wasn't in the hallway. I was sitting at a desk, writing in a journal I'd never owned, in a room I've never seen. A window open behind me, the wind still, and I knew I was dying. Not in pain, not afraid, just tired, like my memories were too heavy to hold. And I whispered something as I fell asleep. Maybe he'll remember. I woke up gasping, and when I opened my eyes, the room was different. Brighter, warmer. The pillow beneath me, soft, not cold. I thought I'd broken the cycle. But then I saw the photo on the nightstand. A man in a navy sweater, standing beside a woman I'd never seen before. My hand was on his shoulder, smiling, but it wasn't my smile. And the date on the back, 15 years ago, the name written beneath it, Aiden before the last night. I live here now. I sleep here. I wake up. I work. I forget. Until the pillow cools again. And at 3 a.m., I remember something that never happened to me. And each time, it takes a little longer to know who I am, or who I was, or if I ever was at all.